not many LightSpeed quizzes being produced nowadays because they are time consumptive when it comes to actually editing the things out. But I couldn't help but be here today and thinking we've got to film at least one of these rounds. I'm at the Spread Eagle at Croydon, opposite Croydon Town Hall in London, and there's Amit Day, Gavin Tillman and Chris Devine who have joined us here for a very intimate session, and we've decided to go kind of unplugged, which is such a refreshing change from having the pressure of having to turn on all the electrics and use the app. The LightSpeed app, by the way, is absolutely wonderful, but because there are only three of us, we kind of keep it close and we can have chat about the questions and things like that. And so the round we're going to do is a round on arts and literature, and it's written by the very, very wonderful Mike McPartland. We've 5 rounds already, and I'm sure, would we agree that they've been pretty meaty rounds? Very dense on information. There's 20 questions in the round, and we're going to proceed straight away. So, gentlemen, good luck. I'm not going to say who's in the lead, but what I would say, without adding them up, is that everybody's in contention. We've got 3 rounds to go. It is an appeal as well. If you're watching this, we don't normally do these things in the south of England. It's a north of England thing. But the questions seem to be that good, which are written by the people who take the task on in the north. It seems a shame to waste them, and that's part of the reason why I'm down here in London today. So I'm asking these guys if they can invite the friends who love quizzes in the south of England. If you want to come to the next one, it will be at the end of May. It will probably be the last Sunday in May. If you go to LightSpeed, that's one word. If you want to put a capital S in, you can do it. It won't make any difference. You go to LightSpeed Quiz and type LightSpeed Quiz 2014, and you'll probably 2018. You'll probably find out something about it. But Facebook is the way to go. LightSpeed Quiz. So good luck, gentlemen. Here we go. The previous rounds have been absolutely brilliant. Sod's law saying this is going to go tits up, but we'll see how it goes. And we're keeping the scores as is. Amit, Gavin, and Chris. 20 questions on art and lit. Here we go. Originally found in Italy in the early 20th century, this social and artistic movement had parallel movements with the...
Futurism.
Wow. I've actually prepped them on all the answers. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, it's futurism, which was a lot... We did the quiz yesterday in Middlesbrough, and it took quite a bit longer to get that. Futurism. We'll put the questions online if you want to read them. This character is mentioned in Homer's Iliad. It is a story... this character is mentioned in Homer's Iliad. In the story, Hera tells him to encourage the Greek forces, and he acts as a herald for them. He's known for having a voice as powerful as 50 men.
Stentor.
Stentor is the correct answer. The first artist to win the Turner Prize using this medium was Douglas Gordon in 1996. Other winners who have used this medium are Jeremy Deller, Elizabeth Price, Duncan Campbell, Gillian Waring and Steve McQueen. It was Amit was first. You can check it on the film if you like. Just press the pause button, wind back. Go on, Amit.
Film installation.
Yeah, video, film. Yeah, we're accepting that.
I'll take that, yeah.
And that's a little hat trick for thumb clap for Amit. There we go. Well, could one of you other two please get one of the answers? Just make this seem balanced, for God's sake. Here we go. What item is being held by the man in the Grant Wood painting? Did you press?
I didn't.
Could you each whisper your answer to Gavin separately?
You go first.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
we're going to give you, unique in LightSpeed quiz, we've not had a 1 point each for ages, but we're going to give Chris and Amit 1 point each on that, because I can't split you. This is why you need the LightSpeed app, especially with more people.
Yeah.
Next one. I still love it. French cavalry colonel Patrick Henry Lassan, who appeared...
Night Watch.
No. Amit, -1 for an incorrect interruption. 2 points for correct answer. who appears in the Starbucks Chronicles by Bernard Cornwell, which are set during the American Civil War, is the son of which other of Cornwell's creations?
Sharp.
You knew that was right, without even knowing it was right. Next one. The author, Joe Deaver, who died in December 2016, is best known for creating what series of game books? These books see the sole survivor of the massacre of the Kai Lords have to battle against the forces of the Dark Lords to save Magnamund. It's called Lone Wolf. So there you go. Join in LightSpeed quiz if you'd have got that. Money for old rope. An Art Deco style luxury apartment block on the seafront in Brighton is named after which person, most famous for being the architect of the Chrysler building? Go on, Nabbit.
Sullivan?
No. His name is William Van Allen. Okay. The nice thing about 3 people on film as well, we don't have to go through 12 answers before we have to tell you the answer, so that's great.
You can get around it.
Here we go, next one. And in fact, don't come to LightSpeed quizzes, just leave it like this, 3 or 4. It's just wonderful. I love it so much. Won in 1998 by Stephen Fry for his novel Making History. Harold Turtledove in 1997 for How Few Remain. In 2012 by C.J. Sampson for Dominion. And in 2004 by Philip Roth for The Plot Against America. The Sideways Award is a prize...
Alternative history.
The perfect answer. The perfect answer wasn't given yesterday, but was given out. So, Amit, that's 2 for you.
I was thinking of that right after Stephen Fry, but I didn't know what the question would be.
Yeah, I mean, I was nowhere near it. I thought they were given, some of the stuff which has appeared on television, which is kind of been The Man in the High Castle and things like that. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read Philip Roth one.
There you go. I thought, isn't Back to the Future 2 alternative history?
Exactly, yeah.
Next one. Measuring at 363 centimetres by 437 centimetres.
By YouTube history.
No. It is known for its colossal size for a painting. It is also, I went millimetres there, didn't I? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you off. It's also known for its perception of movement, even though it is a static portrait. It was attacked by a man with a bread knife in 1975.
Mona Lisa?
The Mona Lisa is tiny.
It's wee.
I remember being attacked.
Yeah, well.
And then
What's the rest of it? There's possible.
No, you put your hand. You can take your hands off your buzzer now.
Yeah, that's true.
And some damage is do you want me to just get to the last bit?
Maybe.
No, read on it.
Okay. Can still be seen. Some damage from this attack can still be seen up close. Painted in 1642, its 2 central figures amongst a group of around 20 people are William van Ruyterberg and his commanding officer in the Dutch army. Now on permanent loan to the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, what is this painting known for its effective use of light and shadow and is known by the alternative title The Shooting Company of Frans Paranning?
I don't know.
So this is one very good reason why you, watching on YouTube, should be joining in, because a lot of people are screaming.
Night Watch.
Night Watch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I've seen a picture, yeah, but
I've been to the Wax Museum.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have got it.
Which writer? Night Watch sucks compared with The Milkmaid by Vermeer in the same museum. Which writer, a commissioner of war supplies for Napoleon's Grande Armée, who looked very similar to someone very well known in the quizzing world, I didn't know that, wrote biographies of Napoleon, Rossini, Shakespeare and Racine, the unfinished novel The Pink and the Green, and the autobiography The Life of Henry Brulard. His most famous works are, however, The Charterhouse of Parma and The Red and the Black.
Stondheim.
Pardon?
Stendhal, sorry, I said something else.
I didn't hear what you said first time. You said Stendhal. That's okay, that's good enough for me. Good enough for you?
You got there in the end. I'll give you that.
No, I didn't hear what you said first time, so you're good. A lot behind pardon. Which writer, a commission with, been down that road, got the t-shirt. The density of these quizzes is amazing. One of the young British artists who was exhibited at the Royal Academy's Sensation exhibition of 1997, they became in 2004 the only ever winner of the Kay Foundation's Worst Artist Award to win the Turner Prize in the same year. Their 2000 sculpture, The Nameless Library, can be found in the Judenplatz in the 1st district of Vienna and was in a memorial to the Holocaust whose design began thanks to an initiative started by Simon Wiesenthal. Many of their works are casts of ordinary domestic objects and in numerous cases they're so-called negative space. One of their works, untitled 24 Switches, resembles a big box of light switches. Well, what do you know? That was my aside. Whilst their 1993 work, House, is a cast...
Rachel Whiteread.
Yeah. Well, I've not finished that, so can anybody guess what the work House is a cast of?
House.
Yes. Who's the sculptor, the first woman to win the Turner Prize? Amit is your art man. You're very happy that I'm filming this. Here we go. The 2011 murder mystery novel by P.D. James entitled Death Comes...
Pride and Prejudice.
Pemberley. Finish the question off, will you, Chris?
Well, it's the sequel to Pride and Prejudice, basically.
It certainly is. Which form of textile, produced using square knots and various combinations of half hitches, is used in the production of most fabric belts and friendship bracelets? Go on.
Macrame?
It's correct, Gav.
Well done.
I got this the other day.
You needed that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Not for any, just for posterity. Here we go. First finding fame as a dramatist, his works include a 1696 sequel to Colin Kibber's notorious tearjerker Love Laugh Shift, called The Relapse, which centres around the main character.
Van Brew.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a foreign language to me.
Wouldn't have got that.
And
Yeah,
basically, this is the length of the question here, and you got it in the first line.
What was the last sentence for that one?
He did Blenheim
Castle
Palace.
Howard and Blenheim Palace. That was
Still wouldn't have got it.
which no, that would have been all right. I'm sure with somebody. So Hamid, is that another 2 for you? Oh, this is one to show the kids. Due to be published in 2019, The Mirror and the Light.
Henry Mantell.
Oh,
Is the sequel to Bring Up the Bodies and Wolf Hall? It's
Yeah,
the Thomas Cromwell
that's
trilogy.
it. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Again, well done. Thanks for bailing me out there. And thanks for bailing Michael McPartland out as well. So you've got 2 points there, Chris. It's a sequel. The last line is a sequel. The 2012 second book in the series also won the Booker Prize, which sequel to which novel? Wolf Hall. The logo of which fashion designer is a rectangular shaped with a blue stripe at the top and bottom, and in between them another stripe, the left side of which is white and the right side being red.
Hilfiger.
Yeah. Well, you say I point. Chris is over there, relative to me. Oh, catching up. Number 17. This novel starts off using the false document technique, where the writer discusses how he found out about the fictional events described in his book, when he found a concealed mass grave of 13 people in a Norfolk graveyard. The story sees Operation Starling being planned by Colonel Raddle, which will involve a daring raid on the village of Studley Constable. Taking part in the raid are a number of German paratroopers, British Free Corps members Harvey Preston, who is lynched in its aftermath, IRA member Liam Devlin, and the mission's leader, disgraced war hero Lieutenant Colonel Kurt Steiner, who speaks flawless English without an accent. When carrying out the raid, the paratroopers disguise themselves as free Polish troops, but they wear their German uniforms underneath their disguise, as they do not consider themselves to be spies. The plan fails when one of the Germans tries to rescue a girl who falls into a river, and his German uniform is unveiled. They then kidnap members of the local population, but are defeated by American troops who are based nearby. Steiner, however, escapes and tries to amend his original mission of kidnapping Winston Churchill, who is staying nearby.
Day of the Jackal.
Nope. Bloody hell. Might as well just put the book in here. It He nearly succeeds, but he's apparently killed just as he is about to shoot Churchill. However, it turns out it wouldn't have mattered if he did, because it later is unveiled that it is one of Churchill's doubles. What is this novel by Jack Higgins?
Where we go, sir?
Alistair MacLean, Where the Eagles Dare, I'm afraid, Gavin.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I don't know of it.
What is this novel by Jack Higgins, which was turned into a film starring Robert Duvall, Jenny Agutter, Donald Sutherland and Michael Caine?
Where Eagles Dare? Wow,
What did you say?
Chris File?
No.
The Eagle Has Landed.
Yeah, I knew it was something with
Where
Eagles.
Dare.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
The reason I was hesitating is because I thought he was going to ask about the mission, and then when he said Churchill, I thought, well, it must be the book that you were after, but I knew it was Eagle, but yeah, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, so.
Never seen it before. On the list to watch. Eagle Has Landed. 3 to go. Used to symbolise evil, but actually serving a purpose as a spout to convey water from a roof away from the side of a building, so that...
Gargoyle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It nicely does the impression as well.
Harsh.
I mate, this is good stuff from you. Used to symbol blah blah blah. 19. The last of her novels to be published. It focuses on the ward of the wealthy Sir Hugo Mallinger, who also has a tendency to help others at cost to himself, which is the only one of George Eliot's novels to be set in a contemporary Victorian setting.
Silas Minor.
No.
Felix Holt?
No.
Middlemarch.
No, it's Daniel Deronda, which is the one none of us have heard of.
No, I've heard.
I've not heard of it, have you?
I have. Mum.
Last one. Born in Stoke in 1899, this person first started working in the pottery industry at the age of
Wedgwood.
-1.
Oh.
1899, born. Blotted your copybook, if you don't mind me saying. Born in Stoke in 1899, this person first started working in the pottery industry at the age of 13, where they were employed to paint gold lines on ware of traditional design. Later working as an apprentice for A.J. Wilkinson, their talent was soon recognised, and in 1927 they were given their own studio at the Newport Pottery. One of the earliest styles involved covering imperfections in simple patterns of triangles, which was called bizarre. Another early style was hand-painted crocuses in orange, blue and purple. The Fantastique range of the 1930s featured abstracts or landscapes of cottages and trees and some Art Deco inspired patterns. Hugely popular in the 1930s, a revival of their work started in the 1970s after their death in 1972 and continues to be popular until this day. And their name is regularly featured on antiques programmes such as Bargain Hunt, Who is this female potter who since 2009 has had a number of pieces of her work prominently featured in the Victoria and Albert Museum's New Ceramics Gallery?
Hepworth.
No.
Clarice Cliff.
No.
Clarice Cliff. Well, that was a spectacularly miserable end to a round on art. Give him a little round of applause, Ian. Yeah, this is kind of what you'd call a taster of LightSpeed quiz. Most of them, especially in the north of England, we have more people and we have electronics involved, which give you very much more precise. Think of a word which I'm trying to use here, which when I've not thought about.
Reading?
Yes, precise reading of the buzzers. It's incredible. It goes to the nanosecond, which is the time it takes light to travel that far. Basically, questions are kind of a lot harder to come by on the bigger quizzes, but we'll be doing one of these. I know this is kind of going to be dated eventually, but there'll be one at the end of May, the last Sunday in May in London, hopefully here. And if we can get a few people involved in them, and it is an appeal of the way, if we can get half a dozen or more people involved in these things on a monthly basis, we can come down and do them, eventually satellite them and do them together, because not everybody loves quizzes, but if you do, we should be doing more of them. So thanks for watching, and thank you to you two guys, and well done. Good luck with the rest of the quiz.